Somerset West. We've just come through Cape Town. Just come through Cape Town Airport.
So we've finally met Bruce and Ingrid.
Yeah, and it's a bit like Tim's mum and dad's house with the workshops. It's got the same feel as Tim's mum and dad's house.
It's like driving into my dad's workshop when we drove in.
Really
but
was bizarre.
Just a massive culture shock as well.
For Tim.
Well, yeah. You're driving from the airport over here through Cape Town. You've got shanty towns literally everywhere.
Left and right. And then a lot of new builds.
A lot of new builds. Obviously, I think the politics are sort of up all over the place and whatnot.
Yeah, they're trying to move people from the shanty towns into the new builds.
So Bruce and Ingrid have got like a massive family, also an adopted family. They've got missionaries, pastors in the family. Dentists. And come on.
Shall we have a look?
Yeah. So this is our little, this is going to be our place for the next day or two, I think.
Yeah, this is the kitchen. Nice little kitchen. Well, a massive kitchen compared to what we used to.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And
compared to what we live in.
Our room.
And we've actually got, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful room.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful room. But come and look at the bathroom. We've got a bathroom.
We've got
a shower.
Walk-in shower. Oh, Lord. We have to pay £1 every time we use the shower in Glebe Farm. This is just fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Okay folks, well we finally reached our destination. This is Bruce and Ingrid's farm in Cape Town.
Yep, Somerset West.
Somerset West. The sea is right behind you right now. You've got a massive ridge of mountains.
All the way around the farm basically.
It's got to be 20 miles long. That it's like very, very similar to the Cullens on Skye. Yeah. But they are much, much bigger, higher, and also miles longer, that stretch right the way around. All these here are Bruce and Ingrid's lemon trees. They've got a lemon orchard, and it's
a lemon grove.
Lemon grove. Sorry, I keep saying lemon orchard. But it's. How would you describe the farm, man? There's a lizard on there. There's a lizard on that rock there. It's gone. You can't see it now. It's just crawled over the rock.
How would I describe the farm? Not like a farm that you're thinking this is not a cattle farm. It's a lemon grove, and really there's a lot more going on than it just being a lemon grove.
Yeah.
There's two. Ingrid and Bruce have two families. They have their own natural born children and children that they adopted, African children that they have adopted from birth. That a few of them have their own little businesses going on at the farm, and
it's a hive of activity.
Yeah.
Good morning everybody. Wow, another really nice night's sleep. This is the first time I've kind of used a proper mic. It's just been, we've been so busy, I haven't really had time to set things up properly, but that's where we've been staying in there. The house is massive. There's lots and lots of people staying. This is Bruce and Ingrid's truck here. Now I did do a video of this earlier, but just imagine this truck here, look at it, 1, 2, 2. They go from farm to farm in this truck. This is how they normally go. So this is one of those trucks that has all the bedding in the back there so that they're self-contained. It's a bit like having a day van, but they drive this thing between the farms, and when they're driving this, it takes them 20 hours between the farms. Imagine driving this thing, and you've really got to be careful where you stop in South Africa. There's so much to learn. I'm just kind of a complete and utter novice trying to take in the culture and how it all works. It's really quite complex. You can't just pull up on a road, you can't just stop on a road. A friend of theirs, a missionary friend, not long ago, stopped off on a road to buy some grapes. Now, if anybody's selling grapes on the side of a road, they're probably pinched, so you shouldn't really do it anyway, but they stopped to buy some grapes. And while this guy stopped to buy some grapes, his entire car was emptied, everything in it. They took the lot. And that's the kind of, this is, I'm painting the worst picture here, but you know, the farmers find themselves being killed and the land being taken over, and so there's a side to South Africa that's from a British perspective, it's very scary, and you really have to get your head around it, because you've got to be really careful what you do. This is all part of Bruce's land here. I'm just going down to the pond. We're going to make our way up to Table Mountain today with some of the family. What a family! Bruce has got 24 grandchildren. His mother, I forget, actually I've forgotten already how many grandchildren his mother's got, but it's just incredible. We went yesterday to visit one of Bruce's sons, Paul. Paul's got a lovely church not too far from here. I've forgotten the name of the town already. Oh, look at these little geese here. Look at them. And so his son runs a church, he's pastor of a church, but he's got this tremendous burden to come to Britain. And he's coming, you know, he's leaving his church, he's coming. He doesn't yet know what part of England he's coming to, or Wales even, for that matter. It was hilarious because his son is a big Liverpool fan, and the three lads, he's taught them really well, you know. So the three lads absolutely hate Manchester United. So I had some real banter with the little boys yesterday. And it's incredible that we're halfway across the world and the kind of animosity between Liverpool and Man United is exactly the same. Anyway, so this is all part of the orange groves that they're growing. We had some of the lemons, all organic stuff. They have their own honey, butter, cheese, lemons. It's all organic, obviously eggs. And this is just one of the farms. We went out on a tour yesterday, and I just kept sticking the camera out the window every now and then. Oh Lord, it's just the footage will not do it justice. I know it won't. It just won't, because you really need to get out, and you can't really get out in some of these places. And Bruce is trying to show us all of these glorious locations, and you just can't take it in, folks. It's as simple as that. So look at this. This is a mountain range that just sweeps all the way around over to the sea, and over that way, I swear that is the Culling Ridge. It looks just like the Culling Ridge in Scotland, and then beyond that is Table Mountain. So I can't, it's indescribable. It's hard to describe. I'm lost for words at the moment. There's so much going on. It's a culture shock. There's obviously a big divide between those that haven't and those that have, but it's also not, it's not kind of clear cut. The way that the government's being run at the moment, they only have electricity on for about maybe 50% of the day, something like that, 50-60% of the day, everywhere in South Africa. So there's these great big blocks of hours where there's no electricity. That's right, imagine industry. And so there's no electricity for so long, and incredible. So Mandy's absolutely loving it. Bruce and Ingrid and the family are incredible people. It was a big risk coming here, and there are risks. But to see their heart for the Lord, their heart for the family, their heart for missions, there's things I could share with you, but I don't know whether I can share them because it's sensitive stuff. But they have such a heart for missions, a heart for the underprivileged. Their family is, they have their own family, and blood family, and they have their adopted family, which is as much their family as the other family. Do you see what I mean? So many things. And do you know what? What it does show is this. Yes, folks. Christianity is on a downward curve, particularly where we live. But you see that the gospel has affected people all over the world. It's certainly affected this family massively. Their heart is for missions, and massively, and I'll talk about this more probably later on, is to get and prepare people and get ready for hard times. That's what this is all about. That's Bruce's vision, is to prepare and get people ready for hard times. Can you imagine that? And he said, I'd have never asked you to come over if you didn't like the outdoors. He's watched the videos, you know, because they listen in every week to the church, but they also watch the other videos, and they've seen us in the outdoors with the dog and everything. And that was one of the kind of big reasons why they've asked us to come over, because he can tell that we'd appreciate all this. Amazing. Anyway, I'm a bit lost for words. That's Bruce and Ingrid, and this is Tabletop Mountain, folks. That's Signal Hill, which we went around yesterday, and it's quite windy. It's warm, but it's quite windy actually. And look at the city over here. This is Cape Town. Cape Town, all the way down there. How amazing is that? This is Oman. How you doing, my brother? These pair have done marathons, biked all the way through Switzerland. Yeah, they're fit as fiddles. Actually getting cold. Is that nearly the top, is it?
It's near. 10 minutes.
10 minutes, oh right. Oh, that's fantastic.
The last part is you have to
Steep, very steep.
change.
Oh, okay.
Difficult, but it's okay.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you. God bless. Right, so change for the last part then. I just can't believe how well Bruce and Ingrid have done. Bruce is 69, don't know how old Ingrid is, but Bruce has dislocated his ankle a few days ago, and but they're both really fit. We can tell, really fit, strong people. Done marathons and biked over the Swiss Alps and all that. So it's a grueler though. This is a real grueler. This is a real proper grueler. 3,500 feet. So it's the height of the highest of the Three Sisters in Glencoe. So these guys are friends of Bruce and Ingrid and relations and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I never thought I'd ever come up here in my life, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Oh. I remember watching the World Cup. Yeah. And I was so angry because the Germans, we scored a goal that was a metre over the line, and it got discounted.
I think so.
I don't ever remember.
2010.
Yeah, and that's my only memory of Cape Town.
Oh, no, I know we the same about that.
I was actually working then in Halfway.
Yeah, were you?
Yeah. Nick Peter Garfoot.
Oh, sure, that's the time of in the shop there, yeah.
But the film kept obviously filming tabletop as a Table Mountain as a backdrop. Yeah. And I kept thinking, I'd love to climb that one day.
You took it from the front, mate.
Yeah, straight up there. Come on.
That looks like
well done, fellas. Well done, Ingrid.
Yes,
that's a nice seat.
Well done, man, Pete. Where's Bruce?
He's chatting.
Chatting away.
Making friends, as usual.
Oh, there's a Bruce.
Yeah.
Well done, Bruce.
Hello, thank you.
Dislocated ankle and everything else.
The car went up good.
Piece of cake, eh?
We'll wait to the break.
That was ace.
I mean, we just
That was absolutely brilliant.
This is the one place where you can see
Where's that venison steak?
They say the mountain,
Yeah.
the fire is good for the fynbos.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to burn out, it's going to look like this for the next 5 years.
Amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how you could get a fire up here. I don't know how well you can see this over here, but you've got ridge after ridge after ridge. Look at the coastline down there. That coastline it's epic, epic. Probably about 10 degrees up here with a wind chill, more like 5. But we drove all the way, yeah we did, aye. We drove all the way around these peninsulas yesterday. Unbelievable. So that amazing peak there is Lion's Head. That's Signal Hill.
Yes.
And that's the Devil's Peak, isn't it? This is a sorry, I've come out your way. This is a fantastic viewing point, isn't it? My goodness me. That is one steep drop down there. The Devil's Ridge, Lion Head, Signal Peak, and right at the bottom there, the World Cup football stadium. Ah, it's something else. Now I've got to find Mandy. Where has Mandy gone? Little Mandy. She's done really well. Where is she? That's what we went for. And there's the shadow, there's the crevice.